I think the main objective of the session was to make sure, of the video session, was to give an overview of how video does create an impact in traditional media companies like the FT, but also the pure players like YouTube, Blinks and VideoJug. Video, everybody talks about the fact that this is the year of the age of video, but actually how does that work? Yes, we know it attracts a lot of people, but does it attract enough advertising, and where does it attract advertising, and where not, and how can we make a change there? I think the main challenge is actually related to what we just discussed about video and how to attract more revenues there, is to work much closer with advertisers, with marketeers, to develop a proper revenue model for the web in general. We're still talking about you're losing pounds and you're getting pennies into the door. At the same time, research tells us that the web is a much more engaging platform, plus the web combined with other platforms is very effective in terms of advertising. I think the other challenge we have is now working in a BRIC country is the sort of initial entrepreneurial spirit in UK media about online and how to do things and to get stuff up and running, maybe not perfect, but up and running. How can we keep this place, the media landscape in the UK, as entrepreneurial as online in the first instance was? Now that I have moved east and lots of advertising budgets are moving east, and I think this relates as well to your question about how the global economy is going to have an effect on the state of the global economy is going to have an effect. What we do see is that money is moving east because of, it's still cheaper to run businesses there. But it's also a sort of an entrepreneurial spirit of let's just go away and do it. And I'd love to see UK media being slightly more on their, and I'm going to offend lots of people now, but on their tiptoes, let's just go and do it. I think the key to a useful event is making sure that you've got, this is so cliche, but you've got the right audience, the right speakers, the right topics. And I think with the AOP, I was involved in setup of AOP in 2000, because AOP has always stayed very much with both feet on the ground, and the companies who are core members of AOP are being involved in the creation of this conference, and then it becomes relevant. Then it's not just somebody who thinks about what we should know about the internet and call a few speakers. I love it because there's a great networking opportunity. It's an opportunity for me to come back to the UK, even though for one day. So we want more of these. But our challenge going forward is, with the internet becoming more important, how do we keep this sort of relaxed, interactive, open atmosphere of this particular conference? Let's make sure we continue to stay entrepreneurial. We continue to ask ourselves questions as to why we do things. Let's make sure we don't sit back and relax and think that now that we've launched a website, this is it, because this is a fast-moving world. Media right now is a place for very intelligent, risk-taking, fast-moving people, and let's make sure we continue to move.